So it's been exactly 1 week since the finale of Naked and Afraid, Last One Standing Season 1 had aired. And in that time, I had a chance to read a lot of the comments on the finale in my reviews and on other platforms. And the overall consensus was that Last One Standing had some good moments, but the show had a ton of issues ranging from how it allowed the survivalists to break the rules and how it allowed the survivalists to gang up on Jeff and avoid competing against one another. Now, a few days ago, I read that Last One Standing has been renewed for Season 2, and over the next several minutes, I'll be going over my ideas for a Season 2 of Last One Standing. Now, I think it's worth saying that I'm a realist, which means that I'm pretty certain that everybody will not agree with all of my ideas for the future of the show. But my overall goal for this video is to present at least one idea that showrunners would adopt for future seasons of the show. And next week, I'll be posting the video for who I want to see in Season 2 of Last One Standing. So without any further delay, let's jump right in. First and foremost, I think that Season 2 of Last One Standing should shift its focus from showing us which survivalist just happens to be the last one standing, and the focus should be on which survivalist is the best out of the group. And what I mean is that in Season 1, the whole let's share everything concept put the onus on a few survivalists to provide for the entire group. And as a result, the two survivalists that made it to the finale just did so on sheer luck and not solely because of their abilities. In my opinion, the first season of Last One Standing became less about seeing which survivalists could hold their own in the wilderness and more like a spin-off of the show Survivor. And in my vision for Season 2, the participants will be judged on how well they do in 3 aspects: how well they do in a large group, with one partner, and individually. I'll explain the breakdown of those 3 aspects in a bit, but I would also like to see somebody like Jeff or Jacob come and host Season 2 of Last One Standing. Now, I know the decision to have somebody host a Naked and Afraid show may be a little controversial. However, Last One Standing is a bit different in that the cast members are competing for money. And as a result, I think that having a host on the show that can break down the rules, provide guidance, and clear up any confusion about the challenges would be highly beneficial. Not to mention that Jeff and Jacob have a large following, and I think the other survivalists will look up to them. Now, in my proposal for Season 2 of Last One Standing, the competition will be a 40-day challenge. In the first 21 days, the group of 12 survivalists will be divided into 2 groups of 6. And unlike in Season 1 where the survivalists weren't allowed to bring any of their survival items, in Season 2, all of the survivalists will be allowed to bring 1 survival item of their choosing, and each team will receive 2 pots and fire starters. Once the 2 groups migrate to their respective camps, they will each select a team captain, who is primarily responsible for providing leadership to the team, guiding the team through its challenges, and settling any disputes that the team may have. Now, if a group doesn't like how their team leader is performing, then they can all hold a vote, and if everybody votes the new team leader, then that person takes over. So for the first leg of the challenge, every 3 days, Team A and Team B will compete against each other in competitive challenges to test their skills as survivalists. The survivalists will be competing for a chance to win $1,000 to be split by the winning team, as well as a chance to win energy boosting items such as fresh honey, fresh trail mix, or super fruits. This season will not contain any meat caches, but the location for the challenge will be near a lake or a river that has plenty of fish and nearby animals to hunt. Now, when a team wins their respective competitive challenge, all of the food items must be shared equally amongst the winners, and the winners are forbidden from sharing any of their items outside of their team. And this is done to prevent any form of sabotage or betrayal on the show. So teams A and B will also participate in 3 elimination challenges during the first 21 days. And if a team loses an elimination challenge, then the team must nominate 2 of their members for elimination. The host then decides who gets eliminated. And the caveat to these type of eliminations is that prior to the elimination challenge, all of the survivalists have opportunities to earn 1 immunity prior to any elimination. And in my opinion, the best way to earn immunity is for the survivalists to prove how much of an asset they are to their team. And this can be done by hunting and killing a big game animal, catching several fish, or securing critical proteins for the entire team, like Gary did several times in Season 1, as well as completing other meaningful tasks that help the team in a big way. Now, cast members won't officially know that they're qualified for immunity until they've lost an elimination challenge. That is when the host will inform them who is safe from being voted out. So by day 20 of the challenge, 3 cast members would have been eliminated and would have to leave the challenge location. And if the cast member is medically tapped, then that would count as an elimination. However, the challenge is not completely over for the eliminated cast members. On the evening of day 20, all of the eliminated survivalists will be given maps to navigate their way back to the team location. The first survivalist that can successfully navigate their way back will be allowed to participate in the second leg of the challenge. The remaining survivalists must leave the challenge for good. On day 21, the remaining survivalists will be paired into groups of 2 for the next 9 days. They will have to migrate to a new area and build another shelter from scratch. There will be 3 competitive challenges during this time period, and the teams will be competing for $5,000 each, as well as useful resources, and the same rules of no sharing will apply to each team. Now, there will be 2 elimination challenges, and these elimination challenges will be team eliminations. And the only way to earn immunity from an elimination in this stage of the game is to successfully hunt and kill a big game animal. But by the end of 29 days, those that were eliminated will be allowed to compete in a challenge to test their survival skills, and the person that does the best wins. The remaining survivalists must leave and go home for good. Now, over the remaining 10 days, it's a free-for-all for the remaining survivalists. The survivalists must migrate to a new location and have to construct their own shelters. They will also be allowed to share food items and survival tools with one another. There will be 1 competitive challenge, and there will be 1 elimination challenge every 2 days. The winners of the competitive challenges will get $5,000, and there will be no immunity given for the elimination challenges. Once a survivalist loses, they cannot compete for the grand prize of $50,000. Now, these elimination challenges will take place until there are only 2 survivalists left, and those survivalists will have to face off to see who will be the last one standing. The final challenge will be similar to the final challenge in Season 1, but here's the twist. The survivalists that were eliminated after day 30 will be allowed to come back into the competition. The 2 finalists will each be allowed to pick 2 cast members that were recently eliminated that they feel could help them complete the final challenge. The final challenge will consist of building a raft, crossing a body of water, and having to navigate their way to the extraction point where they must be the first to build a signal fire using a primitive method. The winner of the challenge gets $50,000, while the 2 teammates that help the winner each get $5,000. So I know that some of these ideas are a significant change from Season 1, and I think that the potential for the future of Last One Standing is endless. One season could be a battle of the sexes, one season could be veteran survivalists versus the up-and-coming survivalists, and one season could feature just fans of the show. But I would like to know what all of you think of my ideas. Are there any ideas that you agree or disagree with? And what are some changes that you would like to see in a Season 2? Feel free to leave all your comments below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to reply to everybody. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.